Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're back at Hubert Jack Stadium for the men's game of this doubleheader. The women won, East Stroudsburg won by a score of 3-2. I'm Adam Kaler. Alongside me is Billy Hyduke. Billy, what do you think about this game tonight? Should be a tense playoff implication battle here.
I think, Adam, you nailed it right on the head here. I think we're going to have a pretty big-time matchup here. Both teams, looking for a win here. Lock Haven, obviously, outside the playoff bubble with a little bit of games left, according to East Stroudsburg. So a big win here for Lock Haven could mean some, postseason threats.
Yeah, you mentioned those PSAC standings. So right now, Lock Haven sitting in fourth at 15 points. East Stroudsburg just ahead, 16 points. It's a huge game, especially considering Lock Haven has one less PSAC game remaining. So not only do they need to win this game, they need a little help from East Stroudsburg in the remaining games.
Absolutely, Adam. I agree. And I think that today, when you can watch at home, expect to see some big players today. For Lock Haven, Andrea DeSoma. Known for his scoring ability, look for him to finish opportunities near the net.
As the teams are getting ready here, I'm just going to read through the lineups. We'll start off with East Stroudsburg. In goal, that's number 1, Evan Nemili. Number 6, Oliver Lundberg. Number 8, Marcus Torgerson. Number 9, Irving Zuzic. Number 11, Javon Hussett. Number 15, Mateo Laredo Fernandez. Number 16, Nick Kalin. Number 19, Juan Carlos. 21, Trevor Peone. 22, Eric Cardosa. And number 29, Oliver Verity. Then heading over to the Bald Eagle side, once again, Camden Cook. Number 1, starting in goal. Number 5, Alec McPoy, starting on defense. Kamali Green, number 6, getting another start in the midfield. Kyle Hartman will start at center back, number 8. Beckham Sabisky, number 10, getting a start in the midfield. Number 11, Andrea DeSoma will play forward up top. DeSoma, as Billy mentioned, 15 goals, 32 points on the year. That leads the PSAC in both those categories. It's actually 4th in NCAA Division II in scoring as of right now. Moving on, number 15, Shane Colgrove will start in the midfield. Also alongside him is Brian Flatter, number 16. Then at right back, number 22, Colton Dellinger. Ivo Klarich will play it forward alongside DeSoma. And rounding out the starting 11 is number 26, Andrew Moore. Bald Eagles are led by head coach Patrick Long and graduate assistant John Schween. Teams are on the field for the lineups. Last time out, Lock Haven got a wild 4-3 win over Shepherd. 2 goals from Ivo Klarich in that one. 1 from Kamali Green. And then in the 76th minute, a clutch game winner from Brian Flatter really kept the playoff hopes alive, which brings us to this game. Essential for a strong start here from Lock Haven. East Stroudsburg, a very good team. At home, you want to jump out on this team early.
I completely agree. I think Lock Haven needs to set the tone from the initial drop today. I think they need to get after it fast. This is home game for Lock Haven. They need to go ahead and use that to the most opportunities that they can. They need to make plays in the middle of the field, get it deep, and get it to their scorers. They will look on for Brian Flatter, a captain of this team and a senior leader, to kind of set the way for their offense, and then look towards Soma, who we mentioned earlier, who has a very knack for finding the back of the net.
It's actually spooky night here at the Haven. Seeing a few Bald Eagle costumes rolling around.
Love to see it.
We're going to head down to the field. No national anthem as we had the women's game earlier, so the teams are just going to shake hands, and they'll get after it.
Very tense out here today. As we mentioned, it is like a playoff atmosphere. Both teams know this win is huge if they wish to make it to the postseason. Especially for Lock Haven being on the outside of the bubble, they definitely need here to come out and have a strong game from start to finish.
For Lock Haven, this is actually win or go home. If they lose this game, East Stroudsburg will jump to 19 points. There will be no coming back from that one. Even a tie could still spell trouble for the Bald Eagles, so a win is of the utmost necessity in this one.
Yeah, they need to come out here, and they need to come out here fast, and they need to get that win. They got to be hungry for the other team. They got to go after it and get it done.
Local youth team is on the field as mascots, doing a little bit of the European Soccer League style there. Kids having a good time. Both teams in their final huddle here, getting some last-minute instructions. Really excited for this one. Got a decent crowd on hand here at Hubert Jack Stadium so far. East Stroudsburg is going to be in the red with black pants, red socks, and then the all-white kit for the Bald Eagles.
Weather isn't too shabby today. It's a little brisk with a little wind. You'd have to think with the times going later in the day if that wind becomes a factor here, and we will see how that goes. But as of right now, things are calm, and we're hoping to get this one started underway here. Ready for a good matchup between East Stroudsburg Warriors and your Lock Haven Bald Eagles.
Warriors sitting at 9-3-3. Your Bald Eagles clean 8-8. A little bit of a delay here. We'll get going as soon as we can. Lock Haven going to kneel down on the field. Obviously, the players understand the importance of this game. Trying to get a little last-minute encouragement. You see Camden Cook in the middle there trying to rile his guys up.
Like I mentioned earlier, I think the Lock Haven Bald Eagles are going to look towards their leaders and their veteran players for a game like this. They're going to look to them to lead them and to guide them to what they need to do today in order to secure a win and keep their playoff hopes alive.
Looks like Lock Haven will start with this. That freshman Andrea DeSoma going to take the initial kickoff.
Looks like we are just about underway here at Hubert Jack Stadium.
Final check from the official. He's headed over to the East Stroudsburg bench. I'm not sure what about.
Seems to be some sort of communication. Hopefully this gets sorted out soon and we get this underway here.
Whatever that was about, he seems satisfied. Checks with the goalkeepers. And there we go, underway. Booming ball from Kamali Green. That's how these Bald Eagles like to start every game. Kicking it down, looking for Sabisky. Sabisky urging his team to pressure. Bouncing around, finally cleared out from the Stroudsburg. Dellinger bicycles it back in. It's picked up by Oliver Lundberg for a Stroudsburg throw. Last time out for East Stroudsburg.
And they are on the run here deep in the territory of Bald Eagles.
Yeah, we'll get back to that. That's number 11, Javon Hussett playing a ball in. Colton Dellinger will clear it out. As I mentioned, last time out for East Stroudsburg, a 7-1 win over Shippensburg. Pretty amazing anytime you see a 7 on a scoreboard in a soccer game. 2 goals, 2 assists from Oliver Verity in that one. Quite the game. There's Hussett trying to get by Dellinger. Dellinger does well. He'll just clear it out. Actually, looks like he'll win a throw for Lock Haven. Did well there.
Good play by Dellinger to shut that out and close out that opportunity.
Quickly into Kamali Green, who slips a little bit. East Stroudsburg are in here. Nice sliding tackle from Colgrove. Number 21, Trevor Paoni, was lining that one up. Good last-second challenge. Good, clean tackle. Now Mapoy's bringing it down the right side. Finds DeSoma. Kamali Green switches field nicely. Dellinger has a lot of space.
He's coming in with speed here.
Finds the feet of Evo Klarich. About midway through the season, Coach Pat Long decided to move Evo up top there to play along Soma, and he has played exceptionally well since then.
I think you're right, Adam. I think he's found himself more comfortable in the front half. You can tell by recent games he's found himself on the scorer sheet and a lot of helpers, and I think that's accustomed to the move and position for him. I think he finds himself more at home being there now.
Speaking of Klarich, Hartman tries to find him. Got a foul there. Looks like that was on Kamali Green. Committed the infraction on Oliver Verity. And Juan Carlos take a free kick about midway into the East Stroudsburg half. Finds Zusic with his head. Colgrove clears out, only as far as Oliver Lundberg. Nice pass there to Marcus Torgerson.
He's going to go ahead and look for a cross attempt here.
Torgerson gets around his man. Looked like Zusic got a foot to it. Couldn't quite tell what happened. He never really got it clean there.
Just kind of looked like it got away from him a little bit. Maybe took a role he wasn't expecting, but definitely an early opportunity for East Stroudsburg there.
Early on, Oliver Lundberg on the ball a lot in that midfield. Really controlling how these first 4 or 5 minutes have gone. Carlos at the back. No pressure to speak of. He's going to play a long ball in. Looking for Zusic. Finds the feet. The turn is a little wide. His first touch just a little heavy. Let him down on his turn.
Absolutely. And you can tell early East Stroudsburg's coming with a lot of heat. So Lockhaven, look for them to kind of bring it in packed a little bit more defensively to try to slow down the attack of East Stroudsburg right now, because it is all East Stroudsburg as of late.
Back to the middle. Center back Juan Carlos. Almost loses that one to Klarich there. Finally gets it safe to Nick Kalin, the left back. Andrew Moore cuts out an errant pass. Trevor Paoni was trying to find Zuzic again. Is he going to beat Hartman to it? On the byline. Does well to get it back to Trevor Paoni. Paoni's ball in. Camden Cook comes out and makes the punch. Looks like number 11, Javon Hussett, was offsides anyways had he gotten to that one. But like you said, another early chance. A lot of pressure here from Stroudsburg.
Absolutely. And Hussett for East Stroudsburg, you can see he was waving down. He was looking for the cross the entire time. He was hoping to get a head on it in front of Camden Cook. Camden Cook did a good job coming out aggressively and punching that one away, even though it was offsides. Still an early opportunity here for East Stroudsburg, and Lockhaven's going to look to answer with some opportunities of their own.
Colgrove controls nicely on the near side. Finds DeSoma. DeSoma turns onto his left foot. Plays back for Colgrove. Nothing really ahead of him. He's forced to go wide to Sabisky. Sabisky has an overlapping run from Dellinger. Gets a little too cute with the pass and can't reach Dellinger. That's a good opportunity. Really didn't need the back heel on that one. Dellinger finds Klarich on the throw. Back to Dellinger. Big ball in. Looking for DeSoma. Gets only as far as Juan Carlos. Kamali Green and Colgrove control the second ball. Good spell of possession here for Lockhaven. Finds Dellinger out on the wing. As we just crossed the 40-minute mark. Played 5 minutes here at Hubert Jack Stadium. Score still 0-0. No shots for either team yet on the score sheet. But as you mentioned, some good chances for the Warriors so far.
And as you can tell right now, East Stroudsburg's coming on offensively, and they're bringing a lot of pressure, so it's almost like Lockhaven's losing their sense of game and is playing more towards the style of East Stroudsburg right now. East Stroudsburg seems to have a very good grasp of the game here early in the first half, and we'll see if Lockhaven can do anything to turn the tide here, knowing that their playoff chances lie in tonight's contest.
Evan Mealy takes the goal kick there. Flicked on nicely. Hussett trying to get on the end of it. Andrew Moore shields him off, and Cam Cook's able to clear. Straight to Trevor Paoni, who gets around a couple defenders till Kamali Green makes a nice play. Shane Colgrove on the end of it for Lockhaven and just muscled off there, really. Oh, they're going to get a foul, actually.
And they're just going to go ahead and go right with this here. Green's going to kick it over to Dellinger.
Dellinger just boots it up in the air. Looks like it's going to go right out of bounds. Not quite the touch he was hoping for on that one. Carlos in the middle. He'll play wide to Nick Kalin. Kalin goes all the way back to Mealy. Stroudsburg trying to play out of the back right now. There's Eric Cardosa looking forward for Hussett. Hussett battling with Dellinger. Hussett gets around him. Working, plays it back. Big ball in, looking for a shot. Hartman was there. A shot is number 8. That was Marcus Torgerson. Worked really hard to get around Kyle Hartman. I thought it was originally just going to be cleared out. Great save by Camden Cook going to that near post. Could have been an early 1-0 lead. Critical save there from Cam Cook.
And Camden Cook has a very reputation this season for making big stops like that. I mean, he's a guy that the defense can really rely on. They have trust in their goalkeeper. It allows their defense to play a little bit more relaxed, knowing that they have such a reliable guy playing between the pipes.
Oliver Lundberg takes the corner low on the ground, finds Hussett. Hussett beats Klaric. Shot deflected up in the air. Headed a few times back to Hussett before Brian Flatter gets it clear on that one. A bit of wacky defending there in the clearances, but it works out. Lundberg is forced to go all the way back. DeSoma giving chase. Lundberg will get it back from Carlos. Cardosa looking for Hussett. Misplayed by Andrew Moore. Hussett's on the end of it. Beats Mapoy. Shot just wide.
And the Bald Eagles get away with another one there. Another key opportunity for the Warriors here, and just misses the goal wide. And Lock Haven's got to do something defensively to slow down number 11 on East Stroudsburg's side.
Javon Hussett, just in the opening 9 minutes of this game, has caused a lot of problems. Looked like Andrew Moore might have just misjudged that one up in the sky. Got past Mapoy with a nice slick move. And really, the Bald Eagles are very lucky that did not end up in the back of the net.
It's just a lot of opportunities right now for one side at East Stroudsburg. It's a lot like their game.
A foul there on East Stroudsburg. Say about 30, 40, probably 40 yards out. Kamali Green and Beckham Sabisky standing over it. Obviously not somewhere you can take a shot from. But a curling right foot across here is going to go away from the goalkeeper. Obviously you're looking for a big guy like Andrew Moore to maybe get on the end of it.
Exactly. Look for them to look for Andrew Moore. He's got a big frame, and he knows how to score as well. So let's see if they go to their veteran here to create an opportunity for Lock Haven.
Andrew Moore, you mentioned, listed at 6'3". It's an easy target to find. They're going for him. Batted around a little bit. No one really got a clean look at that, and it's cleared well by Stroudsburg. Actually get the throw in out of that one. Oliver Lundberg will run over to take it. Another clear out there. I don't have another throw. Just about the exact same spot. Kyle Hartman deals with that one, but his clearance goes straight to Lundberg. He's been all over the ball tonight. He's pushed in the back by, looks like Ivo Klaric is called for that one. Lundberg will take this quickly. It looked like he would. Maybe he won't. Plays down the line. Ball in, just wide. He's trying to get around it for a corner kick, actually. Deflected there. That was number 11, Javon Hussett again. And Lundberg will take the corner, first corner of the game. Looking on the back post, he's got a man open. Volley attempt from Mateo Fernandez. It's just wide, but they keep it in with Lundberg. In the corner, working on DeSoma. Turns. Just ran out of real estate. That'll be a goal kick.
Flatter appears to be shaken up after taking that shot off the corner.
Stop the clock there at 33:42. He was holding his head a little bit, so anytime a player does that, you gotta stop the game just for a precautionary measure. Hopefully nothing major there, just bumped heads a little bit on that throw-in corner kick.
And again, off that corner, another good opportunity for East Stroudsburg here early. Again, they seem to have found their rhythm, and they've seemed to find the holes in the Bald Eagle defense, and they've been exploiting them.
Yeah.
Luckily, no goals for East Stroudsburg, but a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, Mateo Laredo Fernandez found himself all alone on the back post. It's a tough skill to bring that corner kick down one time it. He got it right, just a little off target. Once again, another chance goes waiting. They're starting to mount up, though. 3 early shots for East Stroudsburg, none for Lock Haven yet.
Lock Haven needs to do a better job of holding on to the ball here and allowing themselves to build something offensively. A lot of quick turnovers have really sparked the offense for East Stroudsburg.
DeSoma trying to link up with Klaric. Just not quite enough room there, trying to play really condensed soccer there, and it just didn't work out. Dellinger misplays the ball in the back. That's number 9, Irvin Zuzic, who gets to the byline, and his cross got deflected almost. And it looks like it'll be a throw-in for Can't quite see into the corner.
Mapoy will throw it in for Lock Haven here.
Another dangerous attempt, but Lock Haven did that one to themselves.
Again, another turnover right here. Deep in the zone's going to spark an opportunity.
Torgerson gets around a few. His shot is wide. Referee says no penalty. Torgerson was looking for one. It looked like he just slipped on the shot, and that's what forced him to go wide there.
Absolutely, and then after that, another play by East Stroudsburg. Camden Cook came out of the net, signaled to his guys, calm down, slow things down, let's find a rhythm, and let's play our game. Because right now, Lock Haven looks scrambled.
Goal kick here, Camden Cook. You hope the Bald Eagles can get a little possession here. Right back with East Stroudsburg. There's number 21, Trevor Paoni. All the way over to Lundberg. Lundberg, he's been all over the ball tonight. He's actually first place in the PSA in assists this year. Racked up 8. And he has a couple games remaining to add to that total, maybe reach double figures. Cleared all the way back by Andrew Moore. Stroudsburg working in the corner. Off Colgrove's leg on the cross. And Lundberg will take a corner kick for ESU.
There's going to be another opportunity for East Stroudsburg.
Maybe another short corner.
Here's a cross.
Playing the short corner.
His tip there, corralled by Camden Cook. And he's going to allow, again, he's telling these guys, slow things down. I got this. Let's find a rhythm here, and let's make opportunities for ourselves because they are just backs against the wall here in defensive end.
That short corner, you saw in the women's game earlier, East Stroudsburg women actually got a goal off of a short corner. The men, seeing if it works the same for them.
And Flatter's going to be returning into the game here. That's a good sign, knowing that he left with that apparent head injury after blocking that cross.
Yeah, it's always good to just be cautious with that sort of thing. He looks to be in good shape now.
Which
just
is
a little
good
clash
sign
ahead
for Lock Haven because he is a star player that they tend to look for to kind of calm things down here. He's a veteran with a lot of experience, and they always look to him to kind of guide them in positions that create opportunities for the Eagles here.
Foul there was called on Ivo Klaric, taking down a Stroudsburg defender trying to make a play. Klaric will get Kamali Green to release Flatter. Flatter going down that wing. He's getting pressured very heavily by Paoni. Still working hard. Gets a good ball in. Header. Clearance made by Juan Carlos. That's a great early cross. It looked like DeSomo was running onto the end of that. Dangerous ball because it's too far away from the keeper to come out and get it. Carlos has to make that stop.
And I tell you what, if you had any doubts about how good Flatter feels, I think he just proved that he's feeling okay. Gets on a good rush there, creates an opportunity, and gives Lock Haven their first corner.
Zabisky taking that first corner. Andrew Moore up for it. Just can't quite get up all the way up. DeSoma takes an ambitious half volley.
I think he saw the goal mouth there and took a little bit of bigger shot than what he wanted there. Got too much of the ball.
Lock Haven football team might have been looking at recruiting him after that. That one soared way over the uprights. And it'll be a goal kick for Mealy. Zabisky's header will give it right back to Lundberg on a throw-in. Lock Haven looking to just set up the defense here, trap East Stroudsburg in. They've done just that. Klaric can't quite get to the end of that one. Lundberg finds Carlos. Carlos back to Fernandez. Lundberg didn't quite see what happened. Looked like it took a deflection, but it'll be Lock Haven ball. Klaric boxing out, trying to hold on to this when he's under pressure from 2 or 3 guys. Tries to get it to Zabisky, but he just got under too much pressure there. He had no help in that corner.
Yeah, they collapsed on him quick, trapped him in the corner, and he just had no help. So East Stroudsburg's going to go ahead and take that ball away and look to gain possession again.
Klaric again trying to gain possession. Andrew Moore comes through. He's going to get called for that one.
Yeah, it's a very obvious foul called on Andrew Moore there. Kind of takes the body away from the player, and as you know, that's going to be a foul.
He came right through the back of Sergio Bortolan. Good stretch of play here for Lock Haven, though. You mentioned all the possession early for East Stroudsburg. Lock Haven's gotten their feet under them in the past 5 or so minutes and look to be playing a lot better. Mapoy cuts off a nice pass there. Well done.
Sure. Well, as you said, Adam, I do believe that the Eagles have found their, legs under them. They found a rhythm they can finally find, and they're starting to create opportunities for themselves in the offensive zone, mainly from Flatter, who had that wide pass that ended up going for a corner in their direction. So let's see if they can mount more rhythm and gain more chances as this game goes forward.
Over on the right side to Mapoy. Hartman will give it right back to Andrew Moore. Play a little out of the back here. Finds Dellinger. Dellinger has no option but to give it back to Moore. Moore once again over to Alec Mapoy. Need to find that link between the defense and the attackers here. Need to get the midfield a little bit more involved. Desoma's touch pops up, but he gets it to Colgrove. Colgrove tries a little fancy move. Didn't quite work out for him.
It looks to be defended by
Looking
Andrew
for
Moore.
Tolley. Tolley gets on the end of it. And there's a shot from Sergio Bortolan, high and wide, but good chance there. Tolley worked hard on that one, got it to Bortola. Final product was just not there on the shot. I think he rushed into that one a little bit. He had time on that ball and decided he wanted to one-time it. It's a tough skill to pull off, and he couldn't quite make that one work.
Absolutely. He saw the defense was closing in on him, tried to snap off a quick shot, tried to catch Camden Cook off guard, ended up not catching the ball cleanly, sending it wide for a goalie kick by Cook.
Another giveaway there by Lock Haven, and the speedy Tolley pressuring this defense. The speed of this front line of East Stroudsburg, you see, is just giving fits to this back line right now.
They're definitely using their speed to advantage with the forward passes. They're trying to lead them on the rush and get them in stride here. And it's, for the most part, it's been working for East Stroudsburg.
Huge throw in
now, but a lot of opportunities generated from the speed of the Warriors.
Huge throw in, missed everyone. Now Colgrove looking to put a counter in for Lock Haven. He's taking off of it. Nasty looking challenge there. Trevor Paoni caught the back of his leg as he was trying to go forward. Wasn't as bad as it looked, I don't think, but definitely didn't feel good for Shane Colgrove.
No, and this crowd very reacted heavily to that. Very packed crowd here at Hubert Jack Stadium. Spooky night, and they definitely reacted to the play on the field.
Just inside his own half, Hartman looking for DeSoma in the box. Nothing doing there. That's Cardoso looking to leak out and create an attack. Tolley tried a little back heel flick on pass and couldn't quite make contact with it. Whiffed on that one a little bit. Now Klarich and Sabisky working on that far side. Sabisky's in trouble. If he can switch field, there's Flatter and Mapoy are on the right side. Colgrove gets it to Mapoy. Mapoy has Flatter ahead of him. DeSoma and Sabisky with. Chooses to go back to Hartman. He'll play it safe all the way back to Moore. Moore plays a great long ball for Dellinger. Dellinger could be in for a cross here. Misses his link up with Klarich, and ESU will get it back.
Very unwarranted turnover there deep in the offensive zone.
Flatter takes it off Paoni. Flatter is going to win a throw-in for Lock Haven. Flatter adjusting his socks on this one. Looking to find Mapoy or Klarich with the throw. Paoni clears out. Kamali Green's going to get on the end of it. It's boomed all the way back to Colton Dellinger. Dellinger has time. Finds Moore. Moore swings it around. Hartman. Hartman finds Mapoy. Mapoy has Flatter and Klarich with him. Mapoy's going to go at the goal himself here. Takes a touch to the left. Just unable to get the last shot off there. Beat a couple defenders. Just a little too far out in front.
And that was an impressive move by Mapoy, making those moves with his legs, creating opportunities, seeing the space, and taking it as it was given. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the shot off cleanly, but again, good hustle by Mapoy and good vision of the field to really give himself that opportunity.
Mealy with a booming kick. Second ball is won by Oliver Verity. Plays wide to Lundberg. Lundberg tries to get around Sabisky, can't do it, and is cleared by Dellinger. Colgrove pinging around in here. No one able to really get onto it. Colgrove picks his head up and finds Klarch. Klarch plays Sabisky. Sabisky looking for the big switch. Just doesn't get the air under the ball. Sergio Bortolin cut that one off and almost was through on the Lock Haven defense.
Lock Haven got away with one. That could have been a very bad turnover in the middle of the field right there. And that could have ended up to be a very fast-paced offensive threat and opportunity for the Warriors there. But Lock Haven, again, comes out lucky on that turnover, and they sit back to reset on defense. Nick
Kalin pushing the issue down to the left side here. Bortolin mobbed by two Lock Haven defenders. And Dellinger looks to push the Bald Eagles down the left side here. Plays forward for Sabisky. Dellinger continues his run. DeSoma tried to touch past Dellinger, couldn't quite link it. Flatter will pick it right back up. Flatter has two ahead of him. Finds Klarch. Klarch back to Flatter. Flatter looked to find DeSoma. It was a good idea, but Warriors are ready for that one. Kamali Green can get called for that. He may get a card here.
Ref definitely waved to him once they give him a talk here. Maybe a card could be on the way.
Took down Trevor Paoni. Paoni, it's a good foul. Paoni had the counterattack going. He was past him. And he knew what he had to do there. He's lucky to get away without a yellow card, just a talking to. It's a professional foul. Nothing malicious about it, but had to stop that attack. Torgerson, well defended by Mapoy, has to put it all the way back to Verity. Verity, a chip pass in for Tolley. Tolley plays it back in. No one's there except for Shane Colgrove.
That ball ricochet off Flatter, and it will go out of bounds here.
Couple substitutions coming on as Lundberg goes over for a corner.
Some subs for East Stroudsburg here. Number 23, Tone Jacobs, and number 17, Hubert Herrera.
Deep corner, header up to it. Looked like Marcus Torgerson got on the end of it. He was falling backwards a little bit, and he couldn't get it to go back where it came from on goal. Just a little wide of Cam's goal.
Again, Lock Haven here is very lucky. Another very good look at the goal here goes by the wayside for the Warriors here. They are playing a very good tempo right now. They are putting a lot of pressure on Cam Cook and this defense of the Bald Eagles. They need to look to create some sort of opportunity at the other end to give their defense and Cam Cook a break here.
Just past the 19:30 minute in this first half. 0-0 here. Torgerson, it looks like, gets taken down by Andrew Moore. That's a dangerous spot for a free kick. Actually, it looks like the ref's going to bring it all the way back to the original foul. So Lock Haven will thank him for that, as the new position is about 35 yards from goal. Oliver Verity looking to play a ball in. Torgerson got to it, nothing doing, and Evo Klarch will just play it. Clear the lines for Lock Haven.
That was a good job by Lock Haven's Colton Dellinger to go ahead and see that ball, to head it out into safety to his teammate for the clear, allowing Camden Cook and his defense to kind of reset and look to create some opportunities here.
Torgerson's throw is intercepted by Brian Flatter. Right back to him. Mapoy steps in nicely on Tolley. Still be Warrior ball here as they earn a throw-in. Throw-in goes back to Herrera. Herrera finds Tolley. Tolley tries to chop it in for Jacobs. Nothing doing on that one, though. Jacobs just not on the same page as that. Hitting the 18-minute mark. Left to go in this one. Opening 30 minutes. What do you think so far, Billy? Early on, I thought East Stroudsburg was really dominating. Lock Haven's gotten themselves back into this one. Pretty even, I think.
Absolutely. You hit it right on the head again, Adam. East Stroudsburg came out here. They set the tone from the opening drop. They've had a lot of opportunities. Lock Haven's lucky that Warriors have not found the back of net on any of these opportunities. But if Lock Haven wants to look to succeed here in this match, they need to spread the ball out more, slow things down, and look to open guys to create some space here. They're doing a lot of unwanted turnovers, creating on-the-rush opportunities for East Stroudsburg.
The foul right around midfield by Kamali Green. You got to be careful with it. He's picked up a couple fouls here. He's already got a talking to from the ref. Don't want to get in any more trouble there.
Absolutely. He's already on the radar here, so a couple more fouls could warrant him a card.
Bartolan on that one. Knocked off of it by Andrew Moore, but East Stroudsburg keeps. Nick Kalin on the left side. Playing in for Torgerson. Torgerson's header was looking for Bortolan, but Bortolan came towards him. Just didn't quite link up. Not on the same page.
A lot of miscommunication here early for the Bald Eagles.
Mapoy trying to find DeSoma. Eventually gets to the feet of Colgrove. Kamali Green plays wide for Dellinger. Seen the Bald Eagles go down this left side with Dellinger quite a bit. Dellinger gives that one away, however, and there's numbers for East Stroudsburg. A critical tackle there from Shane Colgrove. Sabisky with a little whirly thing there. He's going to win a throw-in, it looks like. Approaching 16 minutes to play. Looks like a throw-in for Lock Haven.
And Justin Douglas is going to come off the Lock Haven bench here and enter the game for the first time tonight. So we'll see what he can do, what he can add here to strengthen the Bald Eagles' chances of creating some sort of opportunity and kind of getting away from this pressure of the East Stroudsburg Warriors.
Gonna get a foul on DeSoma there. Didn't see too much on that one, but referee saw enough. Oliver Lundberg got taken off of it by DeSoma. Some of the fans here at Hubert Jack not exactly pleased with that call. Carlos looking to play out of the back. Looking for Tolly. Finds Tolly's feet. Quick interplay with Bartolan. Looking for Torgerson. Good tackle from Mapoy.
They had a very smart play there by number 5 for the Bald Eagles, Alec Mapoy, waiting to neutralize that chance that they had there in the box, real close on Camden Cook. Excellent play, excellent execution, and Lock Haven again denies a good opportunity from the Warriors.
Yeah, Ton Jacobs, number 23, played a good ball in there looking for Torgerson. Mapoy, out of nowhere, just came in. Nice sliding tackle. Stroudsburg gains the ball back. Nick Kalin is going to go all the way back to Evan Mealy. Mealy doesn't really have a whole lot of options. He'll just go long looking for Bertolan. He's crowded off by Klarich and Colgrove. Klarich comes out of the pile with the ball. Eagles will take their time. Once again going over to Dellinger, trying to use his pace on that left side. It looks like it'll be a Stroudsburg throw.
That is a lot they've looked at Dellinger tonight. They keep going to that left side, giving the ball to him, wanting him to create some sort of opportunity and create some space. It appears early that the offensive game plan for the Bald Eagles is to attack the left side of the East Stroudsburg defense.
Another throw in on that far side. This time it's Lock Haven possession. Dellinger will look for DeSoma. DeSoma over his head. But it'll be another throw. Slowly but surely moving their way down the pitch. This one for Klarich. Kept in bounds. DeSoma. DeSoma's going to, it bounces to Klarich. Took a weird spin.
Bounce.
A lot of backspin on that ball. Klarich looked like he was in. And all of a sudden the ball just cut back on him.
Some shifty moves here by Colgrove to attack the midfield.
Wide to Flatter. Flatter trying to get in a ball. Touch, just let him down a little bit there, and here's a counterattack that looks really good. Here's number 29.
Passes it
Verity.
over 17 here coming wide.
Verity trying to get on the end of that.
Cleared by Moore.
Far corner, there's Lundberg and Jacobs playing a little two-man game. Once again, cleared out, but right to Hubert Herrera, whose long ball almost over Moore. He had a streaking man right behind Andrew Moore. That was number 20, Anton Lysel. If Andrew Moore doesn't get up and head that one to safety, that's a lot of trouble.
Andrew Moore having a 6'3" frame definitely helps, being able to get up and outman his defender there to go ahead and get the ball and knock that out here, which gives East Stroudsburg corner attempt underway.
Lundberg will take it from the corner. Short corner. Shot fired in. Jacobs blocked by Kamali Green and cleared out.
Again, as we stated here, another double trouble kind of corner setup that East Stroudsburg's doing here. The short corner, kind of when they kick it in, it kind of separates and spreads out the Lock Haven defense, and they are looking to exploit areas where they think the defense is soft there on the short corners to get some sort of opportunity and pressure on Camden Cook.
Flatter goes all the way back to Camden Cook. Plays it to Dellinger. Dellinger's pass goes up in the air. Lucky there, Anton Lysel couldn't bring it down, and Andrew Moore is able to clear it. Bit of a lazy back pass there, almost bit the Bald Eagles. Deep ball. Clarch is able to bring it down. Needs some help. Finds Colgrove. Colgrove has the right side. Mapoy and Flatter are there. Picks Flatter. Flatter beats a man. Puts in DeSoma. DeSoma on his left foot. DeSoma fires a shot. Saved. Clarch can't quite get there.
Oh, man. What an opportunity there for the Bald Eagles. And you can finally feel like their offense has sort of found a rhythm there, again with Flatter starting that out, going into the middle of the field, finding DeSoma, who we know is a good scorer, creating an opportunity, and the goaltender just makes a spectacular save, punching it just out of the reach of Clarich, and it goes out of bounds for a Kamali Green corner.
Taking it quickly is Green. Green sails that one a little too far. Moore tries to head it back into play, but nothing doing there. Just overhit there by Kamali Green. And it'll go all the way back to Justin Douglas. Douglas's pass is a little dangerous. Flatter tracking all the way back. He's going to have to give it all the way to Cook, and he turns upfield nicely. Colgrove back to Flatter. Flatter trying to play a huge ball into Zane Puhala. Puhala's tripped in the box. They're actually going to get it on Puhala there. Great idea there from Brian Flatter there. A long pass. I originally didn't know what he was looking at until I saw Zane Puhala streaking in from that left side.
Again, good vision by Flatter there. Creates an opportunity. A lead pass just short. But again, the thought was there. He saw him. We'll see if he looks to do that again as this game goes on. Try to create opportunities with that stretch pass.
Lysel almost got around Flatter there. Gratefully cleared by Camden Cook. Kamali Green gets the second ball. Little meg there from Marcus Torgerson, but just a little out of his reach. Flatter played nicely to Colgrove. Colgrove finds Dellinger. Dellinger has Puhala ahead of him. Plays Clarch. Clarch comes back to the ball. Pushed all the way back, but he releases Flatter. Flatter has Mapoy running with him. Flatter looks for DeSoma. It's crowded out there. Colgrove working hard. Clarch eventually gets the ball back to Colgrove. Colgrove, 3 or 4 defenders around him. Would take a miracle to get out of that one.
Definitely Colgrove tried to create some sort of space there, try to dribble through some East Stroudsburg defenders, ended up getting the ball kicked away, and here comes the East Stroudsburg.
Nice touch there from Anton Lysel, but Hartman able to take it away, and he'll clear it out for East Stroudsburg throw. We have substitutions coming in for Stroudsburg. We'll get those for you in a second.
So it appears we have 31 for East Stroudsburg, Dorte Flera.
Long throw in finds Mapoy's head. Green and Flatter working together. Colgrove releases Dellinger on the far side. Dellinger once again trying to use that pace, cause some problems. Dellinger finds DeSoma. DeSoma cuts back, has Flatter on the far side. His pass just a little telegraphed there. Andrew Moore steps in nicely there on Bradley Tarosi. Klarich tried to link back up with Moore, couldn't get enough on it.
The Bald Eagles has found some, success going from left to right. They're finding those stretch passes coming from the far left side of the field, hitting Flatter and McCoy, who are usually wide open on the right side. It's just a matter of if they can execute those passes and give themselves opportunities to get them the ball there. The Bald Eagles could have a chance of possibly turning around the game plan here that East Stroudsburg definitely has set.
Colgrove dispossesses Lundberg nicely. DeSoma's ahead of him. He was in an offside position there for a second. Colgrove didn't really have another option with it, and Lundberg tracks back nicely and gets the ball off him. Deep ball is looking for Anton Lysel again. Cam Cook off of his line to get that one. Kamali Green beans Anton Lysel in the head with his crossing pass. Still finds the foot of Mapoy.
That's one way to get it across the field.
Shane Colgrove all the way back to Drew Moore. Moore nicely spread across to Mapoy. Colgrove in some space here. Finds Green. Green was looking for a run from Klarich. Didn't get it. They weren't quite on the same page there. It's a good idea. Didn't quite pan out. As we hit the just past the 6-minute mark to go in the first half. Still sitting at 0-0.
Very fast-paced game here so far. Still definitely has some tension here, like we said. Lock Haven hopes to come out of this with a win to keep their postseason alive. Hopes alive, and East Stroudsburg definitely has a lot more games left than Lock Haven, so Lock Haven definitely needs to take advantage of this one here.
Played wide to Matthew West. West finds Herrera. Herrera working on Colgrove. Nice touch pass back to West. West tries to get in across, up in the air. Cam Cook just can't quite keep it in bounds. It took a deflection there. Cook trying to save a corner kick there, couldn't quite make it.
Just off the fingertips.
Stroudsburg.
Matthew McDermott will be checking into the game for the first time tonight, so we'll see how they utilize him coming off this corner here from East Stroudsburg.
Looks like number 23, Ton Jacobs, is in there for the corner. Overhit that one to the back post. And Zane Puhala will come out of it. Tries to find McDermott. McDermott does get to the end of it. Would have a lot of work to do there if he wants to make anything out of this. And he's crowded out by two Warriors and just unable to make something there.
And McDermott tried to use the free space ahead of him there, but the pass just a bit behind. Had to try to catch up to the ball. That gave enough time for the Warriors defense to close in and get the ball back.
Justin Douglas trying to put McDermott through. McDermott can settle in the corner here, maybe get a cross off. Finds Puhala. Puhala with a nice move. Puhala has DeSoma and Green in the middle. His cross is deflected out of bounds. Could have been a dangerous ball had it gotten past the Warriors. Taunt Jacobs making the stop on that one. Douglas. Colgrove. Colgrove working past two or three guys. Colgrove's cross once again deflected. He calls for handball, nothing doing. Warriors working past midfield. They'll get a penalty there. I didn't see who that one was on. Right about midfield. Warrior free kick. Juan Carlos takes it, spreads it wide. Jacobs. Big switch of play looking for Matthew West.
And my point was there to just head that one out of danger.
Didn't see what he called there. Could have been a foul or maybe an offsides.
Either way, Lock Haven will start possession back here in their own end.
Plays the feet of his keeper. Over to Douglas, who one touches right back to his keeper. Camden Cook putting his hands up, not quite sure what to do with it, so he just plays downfield looking for Pohala. Stroudsburg has the ball back. Well cut out there by Kamali Green. Puhala looking for McDermott, finds McDermott. McDermott finds a little bit of space. Gets it back to Douglas. Douglas cuts inside nicely. Trying to find Desoma. Desoma turns on his left foot looking for the through ball to McDermott. Just cut out.
It's a good opportunity there for Lock Haven. Get the ball to a guy they know they can play with it, knows how to use it, knows how to score. Gets to him in the middle of the pitch there, tries to do something with it. Just happens to go the other way here, but Lock Haven will have a throw in.
1:45 to play here, still scoreless at Hubert Jack Stadium. Sun's beginning to set. Turning into a great night here in Lock Haven. One of the more picturesque views in the PSAC.
Oh, definitely. Definitely a wonderful, majestic atmosphere here at the Haven.
Looking down on the river. Up in the mountains. Leaves are turning. Beautiful November afternoon. Free kicks looking for Colgrove. Just overhit a little bit. And they'll get a foul on Colgrove eventually. As we approach the 1 minute mark. Mealy's taking his time on this one. Both teams seem pretty content with where they're at.
Wait some seconds on the clock here, just trying to hold possession, but they ends up giving it away to Lock Haven. They'll go ahead on a hurry. Flatter will throw this into green.
Given away, and it's Lysel on the other end. He's going to go at Kyle Hartman here and try and get a ball in. Not much help in the middle. A lot of white shirts back. Lysel decides better of it. Beats a couple defenders. Eventually, Colgrove just clears out as we hit 20 seconds to play. One last gas ball in for you. Stroudsburg and Camp Cook will scoop that one up, and you'd assume that would be the last of the action here in the first half. 5 seconds left. Cam Cook's just going to boom this ball upfield. And the teams will head into the break tied 0-0. Interesting first half. We'll be back with some stats. Billy and I will break down the first half from Lock Haven. We'll be back after a short break.
Haven University, you earn more than a degree. You become part of a community, one that values you as an individual, one committed to your success. You'll work alongside expert faculty and mentors to build real-world skills, to discover your passion, and to help you find a path that's uniquely you. Join a community where your future success is the top priority. Soar higher at the Haven. Lock Haven University.
We are back here for the second half at Heber Jack Stadium. Some stats for halftime here. Score 0-0. East Stroudsburg had 7 shots, 1 on goal, 6 corners, and 1 save. Lockhaven had 2 shots, 1 shot on goal, 2 corners, and 1 save. Adam, going forward here in the second half, what do you think Lockhaven needs to do here to change the tone that East Stroudsburg kind of set in that first half?
Well, they just got to tidy it up a little bit. Saw a couple unforced errors at the back, almost resulted in East Stroudsburg goals. Had the big chance for Hussett early in the first half. Couple good chances. DeSoma had a really nice shot. Good save by Mealy. Clark almost got on the end of it. So you saw later in that second half they kind of got their feet under them. They played a little better. Early on they were under a lot of pressure, and they can be happy that they're not down. And at this point, I mean, they had to be happy considering the way the first half went to still be tied. It's a good result for both sides right now. Hopefully we get a goal in the second half though. That's what everyone's here to see.
Everyone's here to see some goals, and hopefully they fill that scoreboard up here. Let's pile them in the back of the net here, and let's get this going underway.
Lockhaven huddling up, breaking one last time. But 45 minutes on the clock. Stroudsburg will start with it. Mateo Fernandez standing over it. Got dark very quickly here in Lockhaven. See the lights down on the dike.
And the packed crowd here seems to find their seats as we are underway in the second half of tonight's contest.
There's Flatter getting pulled down. Foul called there. Just inside midfield for Lockhaven. Lays it over to Drew Moore. Moore puts Douglas in. Douglas looking in for Green, a little ambitious on the pass there. Never really going to find him with that one. Kicks at the back of his legs there, and that's an easy foul call. A little push there.
Extracurricular after the whistle here as East Stroudsburg seemed to have shoved Justin Douglas, and the referee's got to get control of this.
Mohamed Jala, number 5, was not happy with the tackle attempt there by Justin Douglas. It was late. He did kick at the back of his legs, showing his displeasure. Stopping the clock here. We may have a card coming. Ref is talking to Irvin Zuzic. Was not involved in the altercation.
Some sportsmanship there as well. Douglas comes over and shakes hands with the player who pushed him afterwards. A good sense there. The ref's slowly starting to get control of this. Very chippy here in the start of the second half.
It's not the worst thing in the world for a soccer game. That can go one of two ways. It can get dirty, or it can get physical, and it can get intense. Hopefully it doesn't go the dirty route. Like to see, both teams know how important this game is. It's still tied. I would expect to see things get even more chippy the longer this game stays at this level.
And I think the score has a lot to do with this. A 0-0 game. You know, both teams are looking for some energy to build off of, some sort of motivation. And I think that's where it comes from. That chippiness can create an energy and have people have some sort of like tenacious aspect, tenacious energy here to start the second half.
You just don't want to get carried away with it. You have to be calm with it.
Always want to be in control. Once you lose control, then that's the end of the game. And both teams know how important this game is. Kaylor, you mentioned that earlier. This is a playoff-like game, especially for Lockhaven, because Lockhaven needs to win today's games in order to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, if you missed the beginning of our commentary, East Stroudsburg just 1 point ahead in the PSAC standings. Lockhaven in 4th. Only 3 teams are going to make it out of the East. Need a win here for Lockhaven. You need a little help in the next 2 games from Stroudsburg.
And Coach Pat Moore for Lockhaven must like what he sees from 13 Justin Douglas. He did not start the game in the first half, but here he is starting in the second half. So he must be okay with the style that Justin Douglas has been playing with today, and maybe he can create something here going forward in the second half.
Lundberg gets muscled off of it. Colgrove, another hard foul there. Would not be surprised to see a yellow card in the near future of this match. The way the players are setting the tone in the second half, it could be coming.
A lot of quick whistles here to start the second half. Definitely could see a card coming soon, sort of to get some control of this game and to let the players know.
Javon Hussett going the other way. He gets taken out by Hartman. Hartman got the ball on that one first, I thought. Very hard foul. That could be a card. That could be what we were waiting for.
It came a lot sooner than what we thought, Adam.
There's a yellow card for Kyle Hartman. He did get a bit of the ball there, but can't do that. Took him out. Very hard foul. Good job by the referee here. Get that yellow card out. Try and get control of this game before anything goes crazy.
Absolutely, especially with the start of the second half, with it being already chippy. A couple quick whistles here. The referee is throwing a yellow card out there to know, like, hey, this is what I'm going to have to do to get control of this game so it doesn't get out of hand and the contact isn't anything that soccer shouldn't have. Some Let's Go Haven chants coming
Free
from
kick
this packed crowd
taken.
tonight, and a big save by Camden
Oliver
Cook falling.
Verity. I didn't see who got on the end of that shot. Great save by Camden Cook. Keep this one level. I believe that was number 21, Trevor Paoni, getting ahead on that shot. Redirected it well. Cam Cook was positioned very well in the right spot to make that save. Hard foul there on Sabisky. And we'll see another card. That one goes to
Two very quick yellow cards here after the abundance of whistles to start the second half.
Mateo Fernandez picks that one up. Two early yellow cards. We're only 3.5 minutes into the second half. We've already seen 2 yellow cards and a few chances on goal.
Very chippy play here from both sides to start the second half.
Well, the longer this game goes on like this, Lock Haven realizing they need a goal, expect things to keep going that direction. Headed up in the air. DeSoma tries to get on the end of it. Gets a header just wide.
It's a good chance there. Good chance for Lock Haven. A strong start after these whistles here to create themselves that opportunity there and put some pressure finally on this Warriors defense.
Goal kick there for Mealy. Headed up in the air, brought down by Torgensen. Looking for Hussett. Hussett working on Mapoy. Then crowded out by Colgrove as well. Be a throw in for East Stroudsburg. Running over to take it. That's Oliver Verity. Substitution coming on for the Warriors. Ton Jacobs. Big throw coming here. Andrew Moore rises to meet it.
Excellent job by Andrew Moore there, using his big frame to get a good head on that ball, clearing it out of danger and allowing the start for Lock Haven.
Approaching 40 minutes to play. Got another throw in for the Warriors. Ton Jacobs, just fresh in the game, wins a free kick for the Warriors. Not a bad spot. A little far from goal, but it's a good spot to whip one in front of the goalkeeper. Get a touch on it, maybe score a goal.
Absolutely. Look for them to create something, throw a cross out in the middle, hoping to find somebody from East Stroudsburg here to create an opportunity to maybe get Camden Cook out of a rhythm that he's been in. He's actually played really well today, stood up when the team needed him, and as a defensive player, that is huge to have someone between the pipes like that to make those big plays.
Lundberg wings in a right-footed cross, eventually cleared out. That's Douglas. Well dealt with defensively. All the way back. Connor Rowbottom. Excuse me. That was 29, Oliver Verity.
And here's DeSoma coming down on this side here. Makes a nice move to create some space and ends up getting taken away there from the Warriors defense.
A lot of bodies hitting the turf right now. No fouls being called. And eventually it's a Lock Haven throw. I'm not sure how there was no whistle on that play at all.
Just a lot of bodies laying on the turf there with no kind of whistle. It's getting very scrappy here.
Hard to see over on that far sideline. Looks like a East Stroudsburg throw. Carl Hartman cuts it out. DeSoma giving run on it, forcing him all the way back to the keeper. Keeper just Mealy just gets rid of it. Hartman wins again. Looked like offsides there, maybe. Stroudsburg substitutions will be coming in soon. Douglas playing a ball in, trying to find Clarich or DeSoma.
He's kind of got a little bit too much of that ball there. Hit it past his intended target, right to the goalkeeper for East Stroudsburg, who's going to look to set it up from his own end here.
Clarich looking to control for the Bald Eagles. He does that. Back to Flatter. Flatter has been instrumental in the Haven attacks that they have had.
Definitely a highlight for the Bald Eagles here is their player Brian Flatter. A couple of the opportunities that Lock Haven had in the first half was created by the vision and the ball play from Flatter. So look for him to continue that here in the second half, as the team is going to look for some sort of spark here.
Throw in on the far side. We got subs coming in for the Warriors.
Number 10, Sergio Bartolon, and number 3, Michael Tolley for East Stroudsburg check into the game here.
Coming down the near side of the field. That was Eric Cardoso playing a long ball in. Tolley gets on the end of it and is going to get a foul. Andrew Moore is not happy with that one. He felt like the fall was a little late. Might have made the most of that one, but nonetheless, it is a free kick.
The crowd here is obviously not happy about that call, as boos were echoing throughout this packed stadium here at Hubert Jack.
Lundberg step up and take one with his right foot. It's going to bend away from the goalkeeper. It's a tough one on Cam Cook. Hopefully his defenders can help him out here and get a clean head on this one, get it out. Just overhit that one. No one home on that. And that'll float out for a easy goal kick for Cam Cook.
Lock Haven again escapes another good opportunity here, and that seems to be the story of this game so far. It was East Stroudsburg having a lot of opportunities but can't seem to capitalize, leaving the door open for Lock Haven to potentially grab one of their slim opportunities and take a lead here in this tight matchup.
Ball played all the way back to Drew Moore. Been distributing well from his spot at center back. And as I say that, plays a little bit of a pass to no one on that. I got him again with the announcer jinx. And that'll be a goal kick for Mealy.
Who seems to be in no hurry here.
Mealy hasn't really been tested a whole lot today. Just the one big save that he made.
And boy, was it a big one. DeSoma found himself in a very good spot here in the first half to score, but a good save on his part to keep this game tied at 0.
Mapoy takes a nice throw in on the far side and get another one just inside East Stroudsburg half. Mapoy finds DeSoma on the throw. DeSoma has a lot of room on the left side. He sends it over to Douglas. Douglas takes a touch forward, plays back to DeSoma. Fortunately, DeSoma has to go back to Drew Moore. Well defended. Stroudsburg really kept their shape on that one nicely. Forced them back. Play to Douglas again. Douglas taking his space forward. Looking for Clarich. Clarich can't quite reach it. And here comes Tolley the other way, but he misplays it.
There to try to force that ball in the middle of the Clarich. Unfortunately, just didn't get quite enough on it to get to his intended target. Therefore, it was wasted away by the Warriors.
Douglas finds Kamali Green. Green took a one-touch pass trying to get it to Clarich. It was a good idea. Didn't quite pan out. Kamali Green under some pressure. Tries to switch the field, doesn't quite get enough on it. Now McCoy's in a little bit of a 2-on-1 situation. He does well and actually get a throw in for Bald Eagles.
Mapoy has played fantastic today defensively.
Flatter gets pulled down there. Obvious foul. The Stroudsburg player has his arms outstretched. I'm not sure why. You can't exactly just pull someone down from behind. Ivo Klaric does well to stay on the ball there, but he's forced all the way back to Drew Moore.
This is something we haven't seen from Lock Haven today, is them possessing the ball here in the midfield, looking for something to create offensively. They usually want to kind of push the tempo with the long stretch passes, but there, the last two possessions, they've held the ball out, passed it around.
Sabisky tracks back well there. Here comes Juan Carlos coming all the way from center back, venturing across midfield. Gives it away. Klaric spins on it. Eventually gets it to Colgrove. Colgrove has Flatter on his right. Plays DeSoma. DeSoma one touch to Flatter. Men in the middle. Finds Colgrove. Couldn't quite corral that touch. It was a tough skill there to bring that down.
Some pressure here for Lock Haven offensively.
Yeah, good little 5-minute stretch here as we approach 31 minutes to play in the game. Tough start to the first half, second half a little bit for Lock Haven, but they're really getting on the ball a lot more here. You see Drew Moore really distributing the ball well from the back. I think Douglas has played well on this side here, going forward. Just need the last little pass or two in that final third.
They're not missing them by much, just enough that it's out of the reach of who they want to go to. Therefore, that was Flatter. Just out of the reach, just enough. But if they can clean that up and find these passes here, look for good opportunities and possibly a ball in the back of the net for your Bald Eagles.
Cardosa. Long ball forward looking for Tully. Well touched down from Bartolan. A nasty sliding tackle there. I think you had to see another yellow card. That was Bartolan. 2 aggressive, undisciplined challenges there.
He definitely slid in there. Good sportsmanship again, shakes Mapoy's hand, but the ref will talk to him. We'll see if there's going to be a card to follow.
Looks like he's just going to talk to him. Definitely going in the back of the referee's mind. I think he actually did put a yellow up there. Yeah, he's going in. Bartolan's going to go in the referee's booklet there. Yellow card.
That's 3 yellow cards here in the second half. So the ref's obviously trying to change this chippy tone here that we've seen to start the second half.
Yeah, I think the refs have done a good job controlling this. You're obviously not going to be able to control everything in a tense game like this. He's done well early in the first half, calling fouls, giving out yellow cards. This game should get under control.
We'll see how the whistle plays a factor in this game as we move forward.
Camden Cook just clears that one out. Fans are loving that one.
Oh my, yeah. This packed crowd really loves their Bald Eagles.
Anton Lysell and Bradley Tarosi coming in the game for the Warriors. As Lundberg has a free kick, or a throw in about midway down the Lock Haven side. Good play there, finds Lysell. Lysell and Tarosi working together. Lundberg puts in a cross, just over the head of Lysell, but on the back post, shot high. Good effort there. That's a tough ask, though, to get that one on goal.
What another fortunate escape for Lock Haven. 2 very good opportunities right there, right in Camden Cook's face.
That was Marcus Torgensen unable to get that one controlled and put that one down on goal, but danger sign there from East Stroudsburg. The 2 substitutes, Tarosi and Lysell, combined well. Lundberg put in a great pass.
Unfortunately for Lock Haven, they just missed the net.
Flatter wins the header. Mapoy won't be able to get to that one. He's got a lot of speed. Klaric and Mapoy actually win it, and they'll get a free kick. Well done. The hustle and the heart shown by Klaric and Mapoy. I didn't think they had a chance in the world of getting anything out of that. And here now they have a free kick. in a pretty
Poirier,
good
like,
spot.
went in the fifth gear there, coming across the 15-yard line, and really tried to cut off that ball, created a really good play, got the whistle, and now Lockhaven has a chance here to maybe get a lead here in this game.
Essentially just a corner kick here for Lockhaven. See who's going to take it. Looks like Beckham Sabisky.
And we'll see where Andrew Moore lines up on this corner here. They're probably going to want to use his 6'3" frame to create a header.
Just over. Andrew Moore does get to it. He'll try and take it to the byline and get another chance in. Good tackle in there. That was number 19,
That was a good
Juan
defensive
Carlos.
play to come in, kick that ball away to shut down Andrew Moore's opportunity here.
Throw in. Justin Douglas warming up for it. Finds Moore on the back
Good
post.
throw in, just high.
Ivo Klaric couldn't quite get on top of it. He had him and the goalie. It all opened up for Ivo. He just couldn't quite get it down.
And you already know, Adam, he wishes he had that one back. He was in a great chance to go ahead and give his team the lead, and he just misses high above the crossbar.
Maybe the best chance from either side tonight. That one, in a game like this, that one's got to go in the back of the net.
Yeah, you got to finish that one. With a game that has as much aspirations and the tenseness of this one and the postseason hopes for Lockhaven, you've got to find the back of the net when you can, especially on chances that are that clean.
For Lockhaven, though, you got to keep your head up and keep trying, though. Still 27 minutes to go here. Yeah, you missed a good chance. There's going to be more, and you can't be thinking about that miss on the next one.
It's always, you got to be thinking about the next one. It's always the next one. So we'll see how they react after that missed opportunity.
Touch passing down the far sideline, eventually cleared by Kamali Green. Ivo Klaric giving chase again. And a poor clearance goes right out of bounds. It'll be a throw in. Alec Mapoy will take this one for the Ball Deals. Looking to find Kamali Green. Green flicks for DeSoma. Juan Carlos is there to handle it.
Some finesse moves by Kamala Green there. The double bicycle kick almost found his target. What a free play
Tarosi finds
by
Lysell. He was well offsides on that one. Lysell doesn't even put up an argument, and that's when you know you're offsides,
Yeah,
because
he
soccer players will argue about anything. He knew he was
definitely
offsides
found
on that.
himself offside for sure. Way behind the defense, and as you said, he just ran the other side. He knew he was guilty.
Justin Douglas coming down the left-hand side. Sabisky finds Ivo Klaric in a good spot. Offsides, however, on Klaric. We'll just have a free kick here from Mealy. Still just the one save from Mealy. Only two for Camden Cook. For all the action in this game, really hasn't been a lot of work for the goalkeepers. Defenders have been making nice plays and keeping it out.
I think one of those highlight defenders for Lockhaven is number 5, Alex McPoy. He does a great job of locking, putting himself in good defensive situations, and putting himself in position to give himself a better chance to make those plays. And I think he does that consistently.
Zane Puhala checks in for Lockhaven. He'll come on for Beckham Sabisky. Play that left winger role for head coach Pat Long. LHU has a throw in here. Justin Douglas over it. "25 minutes to play, Lockhaven. Searching, probing for what could be a game-winning goal. Spread wide to Mapoy. Mapoy closed down, but he gets past the defender, and he has some room here. Looks to play wide for Flatter, I believe. Just too far. It's a good idea. The touch just wasn't quite there on the pass. Unless, did that get deflected?
Looks like it might have been. Looks like Flatter's going to hold on to that, and we'll maybe have a corner or a throw in here. Appears to be a corner.
Yeah, I guess Mapoy's pass did get deflected, which would make sense as to why it was so off target there. Bailey, can you see who's on this?
Andrea DeSoma is going to go ahead and send in this corner for Lockhaven.
Soma too close to the keeper there. Easy save there for Mealy. Mealy was upset about something there. I'm not
Appears
quite
to be
sure what
some
happened.
contact when he ran into the ball. He may have thought that a bald eagle ran into him on purpose, just trying to just get some whistle there or some sort of call.
Torgerson tried a skill move there. Did not work out well for him. Lock Haven going the other way. Clarch. Green has Puhala on his left. He goes to his right. Slows the play down, finds Douglas. Douglas is going to play an early ball for Green.
A good
Headed
ball.
away by Carlos. Now East Stroudsburg looking to break. That's Anton Lysell. He has Tarosi in the middle. Going at defenders. Well done in there by Andrea De Soma.
Yes, a great defensive play there to break up what could have been a really good chance there for the Warriors.
Lundberg been all over the pitch, comes up with that loose ball. Back to Lundberg. Plays a nice ball to the corner. A good sliding save there from Justin Douglas. Lysell, it looked like, was in behind him. Or Cardosa was in behind. Nice sliding tackle to get there. Kamali Green just taking a little bit of the pressure off with a big boot downfield. Let the Bald Eagle defense reset.
Absolutely, a lot of pressure these last couple minutes here by East Stroudsburg. So definitely not a bad idea.
Cardosa, good ball in. Mapoy working for it. Eventually, Ton Jacobs comes out of it. Well done by Mapoy to break up the counter. Coming in on his left foot, looking to play a ball across. Floated cross in, nothing doing. Justin Douglas on the back post, able to get rid of it.
Smart play by Douglas, saw the pressure was closing in, just decided to clear the ball there instead of maybe making a risky turnover that could have ended up in the back of the net for the Bald Eagles.
Very good 2 to 3 minutes here from East Stroudsburg. They're all over Lock Haven right now.
You've got to be happy if you're an East Stroudsburg fan here watching this. They played very well. They stuck to their game plan, and they faced, a tough offensive pressure there from the Bald Eagles to start the second half, and they mounted it, absorbed it, and now they're giving it back here, and it appears that they have found the rhythm yet again.
Yeah, 21 minutes to play. A draw here for East Stroudsburg is almost as good as a win. Not quite, but if they can come out of here with a point, stretch their lead to 2, they have that extra game in hand over Lock Haven. Lock Haven can't afford a tie. Unfortunately for them, East Stroudsburg can. Andrew Moore's going forward. He got bumped off the ball there, and they'll get a free kick right about at the midfield stripe. Kamali Green hustling forward to take it, try and jumpstart the offense. Finds Justin Douglas in a bit of space down the left-hand side. His forward pass looking for De Soma gets clipped out of bounds.
So he'll just go ahead and have the throw in then.
Perfect, thank you.
Bit of a wave sub coming on here for
Definitely a lot of fresh
East
legs here
Stroudsburg.
for East Stroudsburg.
Try and get those to you if we can. Try and follow the action on the field here until we get that.
Looks like McDermott's going to check back in. First time we've seen him the second half. So see what he brings to the table here for Lock Haven as they're going to start something here offensively.
Ball eventually finds the feet of Alec Mapoy over on the right side. His pass is deflected as well. That'll be a throw in. Brian Flatter on this throw. Big throw in. McDermott looking for a flick. McDermott comes out of it. Finds Flatter. Flatter looking to play a ball in. He'll take a shot, and it's in!
Shot, it's in!
Brian Flatter off
Brian
the
Flatter.
inside of the post. Billy, I didn't even think he could shoot from that angle.
I don't think I think that caught the defense by surprise too. He came in, everyone thought he was looking for the pass, and he buries one.
And you
he
can
gives
see what it
the Bald
means to
Eagles
him.
a very, very good 1-0 lead here, with hopes of playoff aspirations still alive here. And what a job by Brian Flatter, Adam. You and I talked about his play in the first half, and here he is, a veteran, comes into a game like this, knows he needs to do something, and he sparks a team with a goal.
Yeah, I originally thought he was passing that on his left foot, his weaker foot, Fires a shot to that near post. It careens off the inside of the post. I thought it might come out in heartbreaking fashion. Rolls agonizingly for the Evan Mealy into the back of the net. Great finish. And you saw the celebration. All 10 players on the field came over to the student section here in Lock Haven. Ryan Flatter was fired up. You could see what that meant to them. With 20 minutes to go in this one, they've got to hold on.
Oh, absolutely. And this cold night here had the fans kind of sitting on their hands a little bit. And that goal by Flatter kind of woke this packed crowd up, got them rowdy again. And maybe we can use the momentum here Lock Haven's thinking from this big fan group here that they have at the stadium and carry out here with a win after that huge goal from Flatter.
Try and get another look at that goal by Flatter when we get a break in the action here. Ball's all the way back. Mealy launches it forward. Flatter working hard to get that one back. Ball played in down the left side. Cutting across the middle and chipping it in. There's a flicked header just wide. That was Marcus Torgensen who almost tied this one up.
East Stroudsburg looking for a quick response there off a great play. And we'll go ahead and show you this highlight here from Flatter's goal. Adam, why don't you talk us through it here and tell us what you see from this goal from Flatter.
You see, picks up really nothing going for him there. Just fires a left-footed shot near post. Really made something out of nothing there.
What a great job by Flatter again. Really, Adam and I talked about his play that first half, and his veteranship and leadership really showed up there in that second half.
Definitely an energized Bald Eagle group out there now. Counting 17:45 on the clock now. Looks like Beckham Sabisky will check back in for Lock Haven.
And Puhala will get a rest.
Andrew Moore trying to find Kamali Green. Not a bad ball. We're going to get a foul on Kamali. It looked like they were both going up for that one. Kind of a tough call there, but he did knock him over.
It was definitely a jump ball there. Could have gone either way.
You put that last foul in?
Now East Stroudsburg on the back foot here. See if they can get anything together. They had a good shot there with Torgensen.
It's like maybe a couple seconds too early.
I feel like there's still some more twist in this game. A whole 17 minutes to play in a game like this. We got some more action on the way, Billy. Fasten up.
I am looking forward to it. Definitely a lot of game to be played here. But a good job by Lock Haven to kind of wield the storm here that the Warriors have brought.
Yeah, they say one of the metrics in soccer is the first 5 minutes after you score, you are most likely to give up another one. If you're Lock Haven here, you have to stay focused. Yeah, you had the emotional high of getting that goal. Have to stay locked in. This is where you're most vulnerable to lose. You have to stay locked in for that quick burst after a goal.
Absolutely, and that is big. So we'll see how Lock Haven's defense kind of tightens up, or if they kind of still go on the attack here and don't kind of go into a shell after that first goal. We'll see if they look for more or play more of a conservative game now that they have the lead.
Flatter has Mapoy making an overlapping run. Working hard to stay on that ball. He does find Mapoy. Mapoy may have something here now. He looks for Klarich. Klarich thought he could let it ride there, maybe get it into DeSoma. Didn't quite happen. Correction, that's actually McDermott's up top there for DeSoma now. Looking deep, there's Javon Hussett. That pace is going to get around Andrew Moore. Cuts back, fires the ball in. Can't quite get a shot off. They have to go back out to Lundberg. Lundberg takes a shot, saved off the bar by Cam Cook. Incredible save there from Camden Cook. I thought that one was in the back of the net. Falling backwards, gets a hand on it, hits the post, comes back in. Big pressure here from East Stroudsburg. Wow.
What a job by Camden Cook. A guy who is just getting a lot of shots poured on him today and facing a lot of pressure from the offense. Gets a one heck of a save to keep this game in the hands of the Bald Eagles with a 1-0
Bouncing
lead.
around on the corner. Looked like a double deflection there. I think Cam Cook made another huge save on that. He's fired up. There's no way he could see that ball coming through. That was an incredible save if he is the one who knocked that over the bar. More pressure here, another Lundberg corner. Lock Haven needs to clear this out. They need to clear it out right away. It was almost across the line. East Stroudsburg is convinced it was.
Still in play.
I didn't quite see what happened there. It looked like Camden Cook got knocked off his spot, cleared off the line.
East Stroudsburg definitely thought they scored. They were in celebration, but the ball was still in play, and there's nothing from the officials yet. So as of now, it is a no goal.
Yeah, at this point, they can't do anything about it. We don't have goal line technology here at Lock Haven. Very tough for us to tell from up here. I couldn't tell if it was in. We don't have a good angle on that with our cameras either. So at this point, you can't do anything about it. It's still 1-0 Lock Haven. If you're East Stroudsburg, though, I mean, you're pouring it on right now. Lock Haven really needs to tighten up.
And you can't help to think, if you're East Stroudsburg right now, that all those opportunities you've had throughout the game, and you've kind of let them go by, would those come back to haunt you here later in this game?
Lundberg, another ball in. That one's in the back of the net. Great pass in from Lundberg.
Wow. And finally, East Stroudsburg is able to find the back of the net on an incredible play, an incredible sequence of offensive pressure that we saw from them. Immediately following the goal from Lock Haven, East Stroudsburg has brought their offensive pressure and brought it hard, and they were finally rewarded with their first goal of the game to tie this big matchup 1-1.
That's Irvin Zuzic on the goal. You could see that one coming. A little bit of bad marking in the box. Great pass in. We mentioned Lundberg leads the PSAC in assists. That's his 9th on the season. Finished off by Zuzic. 13:41 to go. We're tied up again. Now who responds? Big body shot from Lock Haven. Another shot from East Stroudsburg. Who responds?
Definitely a back and forth game here. It's a matter of who wants it more. Does Lock Haven stay hungry here and fight for the postseason, or do they go in the shell? Same thing for East Stroudsburg. Do they go on attack too, or do they try to play more conservative? We'll see how this plays out here after one heck of an offensive start to this second half.
Stroudsburg looks like they're going to go forward. Both teams looking like they want the winning goal. Pass there from Flatter's going to eventually find Sabisky's feet, and he'll get a throw.
Great speed by Beckham Sabitsky there for Lock Haven to be able to track that pass down.
I thought that Flatter hit that originally. I thought that he hit it about 10 yards too far. Sabisky made the effort to get there. So it was knocked down in the box. There's nothing there on that one. He's trying to get a penalty, but no chance he gets that call.
East Stroudsburg's making a lot of subs the second half, keeping their legs fresh, because I think they can anticipate a tightly fought game here throughout these final 12 minutes.
12:20 and counting on the clock. Mealy launches forward. East Stroudsburg got to be happy with a draw here if they can get it. Lock Haven needs to push. Kamali Green out wide to Sabisky. Cleared out of bounds. Lock Haven throw, trying to get into it. You're going to get a foul there on Evo Clark. I thought that was very soft. Number 22, Eric Cardoso, went down very easily on that.
And we mentioned it before, there's been a lot of whistles here since the start of the second half has commenced. There's been a lot of chippy play, so we'll see if those whistles impact a very close game like this one as we approach the final 10 minutes of the second half.
DeSoma wins the first ball back from Sabisky. DeSoma tries to link up with Clark. It actually gets through to Sabisky. Sabisky, can he get a shot off? Left-footed shot.
He just misses it wide.
Think it may have taken a deflection unless Sabisky just pushed it just a little wide. That's a great chance for Lock Haven.
I don't know if Sabisky was the intended receiver on that pass, but he definitely found himself in with a lot of space, closing on the keeper from East Stroudsburg. He just punches it wide.
Big miss there from Sabisky. Hopefully that one doesn't come back to haunt Lock Haven.
We'll see what they do defensively here. If they can try to create another chance. And it looks to be a handball on Colgrove.
It's 10 minutes to go here. Lockhaven's going to be throwing everything forward into attack. They know what they need to do. East Stroudsburg knows what they need to do. Going to be a good 10 minutes.
I can't wait to see how this game plays out.
Free kick just inside the Bald Eagle half. All the way into Cam Cook. Not a great service there. Camden Cook
5 for ESU.
launches that one forward for Clarich. Eventually settled by Flatter. Flatter tried to play Clarich. Clarich was off sides and he knew it.
Good
Didn't even
awareness by
attempt.
Clarich there. To realize he was offside, to not touch the ball, to keep the pace of play going. Didn't touch the ball, got back onside, and then tried to force a turnover here.
Hey, the best part is it's
Mealy.
7 o'clock, not 9 o'clock.
Long
So you said it's
punt.
7 p.m. starts.
Second ball is fought for and it'll be a throw in for East Stroudsburg. Tolley brings it down and gets around McCoy. He doesn't have anyone in the middle right now. He has to pull it back out. Another throw in. East Stroudsburg working. There's Bartolo. Muscled off of it by Flatter. And another throw. This one could be a long throw coming. It's number 13. Referee actually changes his mind there. That'll be a Lockhaven throw. They'll take that.
Lockhaven's got to do something to answer the pressure of East Stroudsburg. Still on the chase after their goal.
Big foul there. Tangled up there. It looks like Shane Colgrove got fouled there. Holding his right leg. A little slow to get up, but he seems okay. He'll trot forward with a slight limp. Free kick in their own half. Lockhaven approaching 8 minutes to go. Hartman launches downfield for DeSoma. DeSoma heads on. .7:45 to play. Nearly taking his time on this. Deep ball looking for Tolley. Flatter comes out of it with it. Eventually they're going to get a foul on Flatter, on Colgrove, I believe. I didn't see that one live. I don't know about that one. Nonetheless, here's about a 25, 26-yard free kick for East Stroudsburg. See who takes it. Lundberg is over it. Already has 1 assist tonight. Mateo Fernandez is also there. See which one of them takes it.
Seems to be some confusion here as Lockhaven's going to try to line up to defend against this free kick.
Looks like Fernandez took it, and that was, to put it nicely, it was nowhere close.
Yeah, he almost put that one in the mountains at him.
Poor ball boy.
Yeah, he's going to have a journey to get that one. Definitely caught way too much of that ball.
So, goal kick with 6:20 to go. Just as a reminder, we will play 2 overtime golden goal periods if we get there. Hartman goes all the way back to Cam Cook. Finds Kamali Green under a little bit of pressure there. Does well to get rid of that. Drew Moore trying to find Evo Clarich. Clarich running on. 2 defenders there. Eventually Lundberg comes out with the ball.
Look for more of those deep balls from Lockhaven here. trying to create some opportunities, try to create a chance to give themselves the lead again. They had the lead once earlier, but it was quickly responded by an East Stroudsburg goal, and that's how we got to where we are now at 1-1.
Hartman plays Mapoy, as the Bald Eagle faithful are now standing in the front row. Throwing on the far side looks like Kamali Green. Ivo Klarich's pass is knocked out of bounds, but it'll be another throw. Ryan Flatter takes the throw in. Hartman plays a ball in. It'll bounce to Douglas. Douglas can't get there. He takes a kick in the side. Gets back up. Drew Moore back out wide to Flatter. Flatter coming in on his left foot. Takes another hit. That one's blocked.
Looked like Flatter was trying to do the same thing he did when he scored that goal earlier. Come in with his left foot at the 20-yard line and just see if he can create some magic there.
Yeah, it was very similar, just not quite the same result on that. Flatter will put a ball in, looking for DeSoma. Just a little too early. DeSoma didn't quite read it right away, or else he may have been in on that.
Great opportunity again by Brian Flatter to give his guys an opportunity to take the lead.
So we approach 4 minutes to play. Knotted up at 1. Throw in far side, East Stroudsburg.
The Lock Haven crowd here seems to go wild, trying to spark their Bald Eagles here.
Throwing into the corner, Mapoy defending. He'll get all the way back to DeSoma, who touch pass to Green. Green gets around his man. Plays DeSoma. DeSoma, there's room on the left side. He sees it. Plays for Douglas. Douglas has Sabisky and Colgrove ahead of him. Finds Colgrove. Colgrove's pressured from behind and is forced to turn back. Drew Moore will reinsert the ball to Alec Mapoy on the right side. Mapoy, early cross, looking for Green. Brought down by DeSoma.
If it goes to overtime, it's Colgrove.
DeSoma shot high and wide.
DeSoma,
Not much of
again,
an opportunity there, but he gives
just
it a
got too
go.
much of the ball. He might have, like, again, with his chance earlier, he might have saw where he was. Eyes were bigger than what he thought, got way too much of the ball, and missed it by a good margin.
2:40 left in this one. Is there another twist? Played forward looking for Lysell. Lysel's going to get there and save it. Ball into the box.
And it looks like Beckham took a shot there from 15.
Mateo Fernandez took a shot and collided with Colgrove. Header back into the box. Cleared by Drew Moore.
Great job there by Andrew Moore.
Lundberg cuts back on Kamali Green. He's going to play an early ball. JD gets in front of it.
And Kamali Green will just clear it there, kind of take that pressure off that defense, give them a chance to breathe.
Under 2 minutes.
Expect this game to pick up now with the under 2 minutes. See if we can get any kind of last-minute opportunities and last-minute charges here for both sides. See if they can kind of end
Looking
this here in
deep.
regulation.
That's Torgensen, dispossessed by Mapoy. Mapoy and Flatter working on that right side. Flatter's pass knocked out of bounds. He's going to take it quickly on the throw-in. Minute 20 to play. Klarich. Back to Mapoy. They can release to the left side. Beckham Sabisky has some room. That's what Colgrove does. He finds Douglas. Douglas pass looking for Sabisky. Doesn't reach. But it will be a Lock Haven throw. As we hit 1 minute on the dot. Sabisky trying to turn. Lundberg dispossessed by Colgrove. Colgrove looking forward.
Good try by Colgrove there. Took the ball, tried to create some space. Having some space, but it was closed out effectively by the Stroudsburg defense.
Looks like an ESU throw here. Quickly for Tarosi. Tarosi turns, shot, looked deflected there. Anton Lysell got on the end of it.
Definitely a much faster pace these past 2 minutes here.
20 seconds to play. It doesn't look like Camden Cook is going to get this ball in. Looks like we're headed to overtime. 10 seconds remaining.
This sure does feel like a playoff matchup here. What a great job by both teams here, and we'll see who can take it in overtime.
Just a reminder, the team, as the final whistle goes, the teams play 2 10-minute golden goal periods of overtime. If they're tied after that, goes to a draw, each team gets a point. As we mentioned before, it's not a good result for Lock Haven, but it would work for East Stroudsburg.
Lock Haven needs to win this game if they want to see the postseason.
Going to put 5 minutes on the clock. We're going to take a quick break here. Be back to preview overtime. Get you caught up on all the action from the second half. Back here at Hubert Jack Stadium. Set for 2 10-minute periods of overtime action. Billy, what a wild second half we had there. Lockhaven scores a great goal from Brian Flatter. Epic response there from East Stroudsburg. Tell me what you're feeling at the tie of this game. What do you think is going to happen here?
I mean, there's just so much emotion going out here in this overtime. Both teams, scored very rapidly, one after each other, one after another. Very gritty game here as of late. A lot of whistles. I'm feeling like this could be potentially a more than a double overtime here. Both teams have kind of found their rhythm, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, if we get through the double overtime, it'll actually go to a tie there. Both teams will get a point.
And Lockhaven can't afford a tie.
Fans getting into this one. East Stroudsburg's going to kick off. Start the first overtime period. Over it, it's Mateo Fernandez. He'll go all the way back. Don't know what just happened there. I think he went a little early. The ref wasn't ready yet.
It appears there's a problem with the game clock. So we'll go ahead and have this start out at 2 10-minute halves. So the first overtime here will have a 10-minute half to go.
Stroudsburg lofting a ball in early. Picked off by Flatter. Flatter picks his head up and he's going right for DeSoma. DeSoma giving chase. Juan Carlos is there. DeSoma's going to win it. DeSoma's on it. He's in some trouble. Gets a pass in for Klarich, but just didn't have quite the help that he needed on that one. Irving Zusic, the goal scorer, puts in Hussett. Hussett to the byline. Can't keep it in bounds. That'll be a goal kick, Lockhaven. Good pass in there from Zusic. Hussett giving Hartman some trouble there, but Hartman uses the defender. The byline has another defender and is able to shield him out. Cam Cook playing forward for Flatter. Ball's bouncing around off the heads. And eventually Hussett comes down with it. Plays in for Zusic. Shielded off by Green. Cleared by Drew Moore. Hussett kicks out late at Colgrove. That's a simple foul call there. Clears a little bit of pressure that Lockhaven was under. They'll play wide to Douglas. Douglas.
And a misplay by Douglas.
He's played very well tonight. Not his best moment there. I'll give a throw in to East Stroudsburg. Lundberg back and forth with Cardoso. All the way over for Nick Kalin.
And Lockhaven's defense being tested early here in the first 2 minutes of this overtime.
Ball in looking for Tully. Eventually just knocked out by Drew Moore. First 2 minutes of this overtime period, all East Stroudsburg. A lot of pressure. Hussett looking to turn. Drew Moore won't let him do that, and it's cleared. But once again, right to East Stroudsburg, and they'll get it to Lundberg. Big decision there. It looked like it was off Beckham Sabisky. The referee agrees with me. That'll be.
I think that's how the ref saw that too. It looks like it'll be East Stroudsburg throw in here.
Hussett in the corner working on Douglas. Douglas and Green are both there. Hussett not really any place to go. They're both working. Lundberg's down there too. So is Kamali Green and Sabisky. Eventually they get a throw out of it. Surprising to see that. Big throw coming here.
I see Stroudsburg looks to set up something here off this throw.
That's number 29, Oliver Verity, with a big arm. Header saved by Cam Cook. Just couldn't quite get the pace on that. He needed to beat Cam Cook. Pretty easy save in the end there for Cook.
Yeah, you have to think he wanted to get a little bit more on that header than what he did. It wasn't quite the speed he wanted, therefore Cook was in the proper position to make a fairly simple save there.
McPoy on the far side, he loses it. He's coming back and he wins it right back. A lot of hustle there from McPoy to win that one back. A lot of action going on over there. Verity comes out of it. Down the left side, he's on McPoy. He falls over, no call. It looked like McPoy made a nice play there, and he'll shield the ball out. East Stroudsburg not happy, but it'll be a Lock Haven goal kick.
Appears to be an East Stroudsburg player injured here.
It's taking a little while. He looks like maybe just cramping. Don't want to speculate too much. He's getting up, waving off a substitution, but he'll head off. Walking off under his own power, a slight gip, maybe get a little bit of a dead leg there.
Yeah, definitely a good sign to see him up on his own power walking off. Never want to see a player lay on their back like that.
Back to the goal kick for Camp Cook, motioning to his defenders to push up the field. 5:46 left in this first overtime period.
You know what number that injured kid is, for chance?
Kamali Green.
You know what number the injured kid is? He took his jersey off, I couldn't see. 29.
Alec McPoy playing 1-2 with Brian Flatter. Clark's touch goes up in the air. Flatter comes through and he'll get a free kick. Pretty
Flatter
good
appeared
spot.
to definitely be upended there as he tried to create something around the 20-yard line.
Maybe 28 yards from goal. Little too far to shoot, but you can put in a very dangerous ball.
And remember, Flatter did score from a similar area earlier in this game.
Sabisky and DeSoma are over it. I would expect Sabisky's right foot to put this one in. Try and curl it in for Drew Moore on that back post. Sabisky's cross comes in, too short. No one could get there. Couldn't get it over that first man in the line. Critical, you had to get it over the first line of defense on those free kicks, and Sabisky just unable to do that.
Yeah, they tried to do a lower cross there, tried to switch it up, catch the defense off guard, and the Warriors were there and punched it out.
Clarch and McPoy working on that left side. Hartman comes out with it, plays it back to Colgrove. Colgrove releases a little bit of the pressure, goes wide to Justin Douglas. Douglas tries to switch the field, just wasn't quite on there. And Torgerson comes out of there with it. Flatter pulls him down. That's going to be a yellow card.
Yeah, absolutely. And Flatter's got to have a little bit more discipline than that. With all the yellow cards and whistles we've seen, that was a very obvious pull down, and a yellow card will be received.
Don't know that he needed to do that. It wasn't there. Obviously, he knew what he was doing to stop that attack. He gets a yellow card for it. I don't know if he had to take that risk of getting that yellow card right now.
Absolutely, and if it would have been a red card, Lock Haven obviously loses a key player in their scheme of things. So he needs to be careful moving forward.
Over to Eric Cardoso. Played in looking for Torgerson. Torgerson working with Paoni. Paoni can't keep it in bounds on the far side. And have a Lock Haven throw as we approach 3.5 minutes to play in the first overtime period. 1-1. Thanks to a Brian Flatter goal and an Irvin Zusic goal from East Stroudsburg to tie it up. Bald Eagles just playing around at the back. Big switch from Drew Moore, just got away from him a little bit there. Missed Alec McPoy on that far sideline.
Coach Moore obviously was a little unhappy after that pass. He definitely waved to his players, was not really sure if that was the best move for the team right now, giving East Stroudsburg the ball again, who has had the ball for the most part of this first overtime here. They've kind of controlled the pace of play.
2:45 to play. McPoy throw in, far side. Eventually comes to Colgrove. Brian Flatter. Pushing across midfield, he finds Justin Douglas. Douglas to Sabisky. Sabisky, not a whole lot of options. He finds a ball in for DeSoma. Clarich just won.
And it's in.
It's in.
It's in.
That's the game winner from Evo Clarich. What a pass in from Beckham Sabisky. And this place is going nuts. All the benches on the field mobbing Evo Clarich. I originally thought it went just wide.
What a finish. Andre DeSoma, again, we talked about him at the start of the game, knows how to find the back of the net. Awesome.
That was Evo Clarich. Beckham Sabisky put a great ball into Evo.
Oh, Evo. Correction, my apologies. It was so fast-paced.
Originally I thought Beckham Sabisky had no options there. He saw something I didn't. Played a inch perfect ball to Evo Clarich. And he didn't get much on it, but he got exactly what he needed on that. Just a tiny touch, misdirection into the far corner. Originally I thought it hit the post and went out, but it stayed in, and that's the winner with 2:14 to go.
And that keeps Lock Haven's playoff hopes alive here. They knew they had the win tonight. It took a little longer than what they probably would have thought, but they come out on top, and they get the win that they needed.
Absolutely wild there. Wild finish. Go through a couple of the stats here now that we have a chance. It's going to end up looking pretty lopsided, but the scoreboard is the only thing that matters. Shots 17-8 in favor of the Warriors. Shots on goal 6-3 in favor of the Warriors. But Billy, the only thing that matters is that 2-1 on the scoreboard.
Absolutely, and Lock Haven comes out on top, and you have to feel happy if you're a Lock Haven fan knowing that this men's soccer team has a chance at the postseason with a big win today.
Huge win, huge goal. Evo Clarich, that's a goal you'll remember through the rest of your life.
Oh, absolutely. He'll look back at this moment and he'll realize that he put his team on top and gave them a huge win. What a great game winner here.
Final wrap up here from Lock Haven. 2 minutes to go in the first overtime period. Beckham Sabisky plays a gorgeous ball. Evo Clarich gets a touch. And the Haven faithful are going home happy tonight.
Oh, this packed crowd is definitely leaving with a big smile on their face after their team comes out with a huge win to keep their playoff hopes alive.
The whole team coming over to the supporters. The supporters rushing to the sideline. They are pumped up for this one. Camden cooked the first one over. He made a couple huge saves in this one. This place is going nuts, Billy.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Once again, here the final from Lock Haven. 2-1 in favor of the Bald Eagles. Evo Clarich, overtime winner. Adam Kaler alongside Billy Hyduk. Thanks for joining us. What a great game we had.
Have a good night, guys. Let's go Bald Eagles.